Hey everybody, Charlie Iron 2 here, and welcome back to Star Citizen. Today we're going to take a look at the MISC Starfarer, this giant ship you see behind me, and I'm going to tell you why I think it is an underrated gem. Stay tuned. Overview and roll. CIG's sales page for the Starfarer says, "The Starfarer differs from traditional bulk freighters in one key way. It is a dedicated fuel platform. The Starfarer is designed not only to load, store, and protect fuel stasis units, it is designed to take in spaceborne gases and refine them for use without landing. And while it excels at this, the Starfarer can also be used to ferry traditional bulk cargo pods. The listed cargo capacity is only for the dedicated cargo room and does not account for the extra space available from the bulk cargo pods. The role of the Starfarer is support as a heavy refueler. Its size category is 5, which is large. Its dimensions are 102 meters in length, 48.5 meters in width, and 24.5 meters in height. Its max crew is listed as a minimum of 4, or a maximum of 6 total crew members. Offense. The pilot controls 4 gimbaled size 4 M6A laser cannons. Additionally, there are 3 manned turrets, one turret with dual size 4 CF447 Rhino laser repeaters, and 2 turrets each with dual size 3 CF337 Panther laser repeaters. The base Starfarer has no missiles. Defense. The Starfarer has one size 3 large Stronghold Industrial Grade C shield, one size 3 large Genzel Industrial Grade C power plant, and 2 size 3 large Thermal Core Industrial Grade C coolers. Mobility. The Starfarer's top speed is 888 meters per second, and its SCM speed is 85 meters per second. The Starfarer's pitch is 20 degrees per second, yaw is 20 degrees per second, and its roll is 35 degrees per second. The Starfarer does not have VTOL. The Starfarer has a size 3 large, industrial grade C quantum drive. Its hydrogen fuel capacity is 6.5 million liters, and its quantum fuel capacity is 11,000 liters. The Starfarer's stock quantum drive range is 285 megakilometers. That's enough to make the jump from Port Olisar to Microtech 5 times. Utility. The Starfarer has 291 SCU of standard cargo, as well as an unknown amount of liquid storage in the 6 cisterns. Amenities include 7 bunks, restrooms with showers, captain's quarters, 12 jump seats, EVA storage, a docking collar, and a crew mess area. The Starfarer is meant to be modular. It was stated since concept that the 6 cisterns will be able to be swapped out for standard cargo storage pods. This should greatly increase the already generous 291 SCU of cargo space. Hey everybody, welcome back. We're here on Aberdeen, and let's go ahead with our walk around and walk through. Join me. Alright, so initial impressions. I do not like the small head protrusion, for lack of a better term, that houses the cockpit and the front fuel scoop up here. I think it looks like a disembodied torso with the big shoulders here. But that's just personal preference. Some people absolutely love it, and I understand that. You've got the RoboCop-style Geordie LaForge visor up here to view out of, which, although better than the Freelancer, in my opinion, because it's such a large cockpit, or bridge, rather, I still don't like it. I wish we had better view from MISC ships. Some MISC ships have awesome view, like the Reliant series and Prospector. Some MISC ships have this mail slot view. All right, you've got large maneuvering thrusters here. All right, and then you have a docking collar underneath. All right, looking at the sides, we have dual remote turrets that are controlled by the pilot, each with dual size 4 for a total of 4 size 4s controlled by the pilot on gimbals. That's actually really not bad for firepower. The other thing is we have this kind of a unfinished aircraft aluminum look to it. I don't hate it. I don't know if I love it, but thankfully you can buy skins in-game and for real cash to kind of change the look of your ship. So right here we have a fuel scoop on the left shoulder. We have a fuel scoop in the mouth, for lack of a better term, and a fuel scoop on the right shoulder for 3 total fuel scoops to collect gases and refine them into usable hydrogen fuel, which is a pretty cool feature of this ship. I also see up here, you see an escape pod. That's escape pod 5. All right, the landing gear here underneath the main body. Very bulbous, box-like shape to it. Lots of exposed piping, very rounded. That's kind of the MISC look. Almost like retro, futuristic look, like 1950s version of the future. That's what I think of the MISC ships when I see them. I mean, heck, it has a spoiler on top. All right, so as we look back here, we see we got Refinery Tank 2, and on the other side is Refinery Tank 1. They're not to be confused with these storage cisterns in the back here. These two are your refineries. This is how you refine gases into hydrogen fuel and quantanium into quantum fuel. Now, the Starfarer cannot on its own gather quantanium. You'll need a rock or some type of hand mining or a prospector or any other type of mining vehicle. But it can, and has been confirmed that it can refine that quantanium into quantum fuel and then use that to refuel ships and or sell it to stations and whatnot. So, big feature to have of this ship. All right, as we continue to the back, you have those 6 cisterns. And then we have 2 legs here that house landing gears. And you have, not retro, but liftoff and maneuvering thrusters underneath here. 2 rear defensive manned turrets, each with dual size 3s. And there's your main thrusters there. You have 3, 1 in the center, 1 on either side there. There's that spoiler I was alluding to. And then you can see a gantry/platform up here, which will house the operations for refueling while in flight, and may do some management of the fuel in these cisterns as well. But as of right now, the refueling arm is not present. I think it's supposed to go here and fold up along this underside of this gantry here, but it's not in game yet. It will have a refueling arm, so it should be able to refuel other ships in flight. I think that's going to be a huge selling point of this other than transporting liquids. Now, enough about the exterior. Let's go ahead and check out the interior. To get inside, you hit this access panel button here, and then step away, because this ramp comes out at pretty high speed, and it comes out pretty far. Nice little safety rails fold up. I actually really like this ramp. Now, the Starfarer was one of the... Well, actually, it was the first, like, large ship, per se. Larger than, like, a Constellation and Retaliator that came in-game. So it gets a lot of flack for the interior. The interior was designed to be an FPS level, and it shows in some of the design choices. That being said, I don't think it is as bad of an interior as people give it guff for. I think it's actually better than you would think. It just needs a few touches here and there. So this is the main cargo hold, which holds 291 SCU of cargo. I don't know why I have these yellow and red stripes and stuff here. That's kind of a graphical glitch. Those normally aren't there. But in addition to the 291 SCU of cargo, you can house 12 troopers here. Marines, personnel, whatever you call them. You have 12 jump seats here. And I think that's something that not a lot of people consider when they think about the value that they get from the Starfarer. So not only do you have 291 SCU of normal cargo separate from the liquid cargo out back, but you also have 12 jump seats. And then you can swap out cargo and actually store quite a few different vehicles in here. As you can see, this is a rather generous cargo bay. It's actually double height. All right. And I think that was done to give you a balcony to do firefights from, but you actually benefit as a Starfarer captain because you can store tall vehicles and even some very small ships in here as long as you can get them through those doors there. All right, so before we head up, we're going to follow the red on the ground. Now, red normally means emergency, right? So EMS, emergency. This is how you get to your airlock access. All right, we'll go through a corridor here. Come on, open up. All right, and you have an airlock, and you have EVA suit storage here 2 to be exact, as well as first aid kit. All right, so we can actually open this airlock. It doesn't extend yet, but you can see it there. Let's close it back so we don't accidentally fall through it. All right, nothing really of note else to see here other than the two suit storages. So we'll go ahead and head back. All right, so as we head towards the starboard side of the ship here, mind your head there, you have stairs. Now, I am a fan of stairs in ships. I know it takes up a lot of room, but you don't have to wait on an elevator, and you don't require power to use stairs, and in 0G, you can just float up them. So you have stairway that'll take you to this other airlock by the red, and then to get to the bridge, you have to come out on this catwalk / balcony. Now, this is okay. It's convoluted to get to the bridge. I wish there was more of a direct route to get up there from the entryway here. And I'm fine with this. What I hate is this ladder right here. This ladder, if you even so much as look at it when you get close to it, your character will magnetically attract to it and try to climb up it. And it's just a bad time for everybody. It gets very annoying. All right, so you come in through here. You have a nice, I'm assuming, engineering overview of your payload that would be in your cargo hold. And then if you turn around, this will take you towards the bridge. And this also houses your escape pods. 1, 2, 3. Well, nope. 1, 3, 5. 2, 4, and 6. Then you got another aid kit there. Then we'll go ahead and take a look at the bridge. You have 2, I presume, engineering stations. You have your captain's chair, and then you have your pilot and your co-pilot. You see what I mean about the view? It's not great, but it's also not the worst of the MISC views. I'm hoping the Odyssey will be even a bit better than this. You actually kind of get a cool vista look here. Nothing above. I wish we had a cutout kind of like the Freelancer on the top to kind of see above a little bit, but hey, you can't have everything, can you? All right, let's head back. So we'll save that back area for last because it's a bit glitchy. And what you'll notice, if you come on around, there's another stairway to take you up another level. All right, this should take you to the engineering deck. All right, if we look to the front of the ship here, you see you have access to a lift with a ladder. We'll come back to that. We're going to stay on this level for now. Let me turn on my torch. I love this shiny insulated piping that they use everywhere. That's one of my favorite parts of a MISC ship. All right, so there's a crossways here. We're going to head down this way first. All right, so this is where it starts to get confusing for some people. It was designed to have all these cubbies to kind of hide in to make for fun FPS. So let's crouch down in here. You'll see that you have a cubby for engineering that you can kind of go through here. And I think the only purpose of this is to just provide a place to hide, pop out behind somebody and shoot them. All right, or to stow away. If we continue to the rear, you see you have more escape pods, right? And there's the central engine access, I believe. We'll check that out in a little bit. Right now, we're going to head out over the one of the tails that goes over those 6 cisterns. This will be the ones on the port side now. Okay, there's another cubby here. And then as we continue back, you have this nice window, right? So you can kind of see the other way and you can kind of get your bearings. As you can see, we're on the port side of the ship, to the port side of the main thruster here, and on the port bank of cisterns. All right, and this is how you get to the defensive turret that's at the bottom there. I'm not going to hop in it now. I'm afraid that I'll glitch out, but that's how you get into the turret that's at the rear, and you can see the other one on the other side just over there. All right, so we're going to make our way back towards the front of the ship. Here's where it kind of joins together, right? So you got a kind of a hallway to nothing. I can see where maybe some components or something would go here. Then you've got your gravity core. On the other side of your gravity core, we're now on the starboard side of the ship, there's an entryway. And I feel like there should be an entryway on this side too. I don't know why that's cut off. This is your main engine, I guess, your core for your thrusters. So that's where that's housed. All right. Go to the other area. There's nothing here. I imagine components will go there. Then we can see the escape pods on this side, and then that will take you all the way down to the starboard side defensive turret on the rear. Okay? So as we head forward, open the door. Okay, so now we've come to a lift area. This goes down to the rear of the ship. You can see you have 3 suits here. So we'll do that in just a second. I want to save that part for last. We're going to go ahead and head forward and up. All right, there's another secret squirrel area to go to. So crossways here. And once again, another crawl space. So you can go through here, and then there's a ladder up, and then there's that ladder I was talking about when I was heading towards the cockpit that you attach to without wanting to. That'll take you all the way up to habitation. I don't want to go down that ladder. They tend to be glitchy. All right, boom. And then we're going to come to the other lift. There's actually 2 lifts here. So see if we can use it. Try not to get crushed. Does it exist anymore? Is it even here? Oh, there we go. All right, so survival estimate. Huh, okay. I must have been outside the ship for a minute. So now we're up on habitation, and you can see the colors have changed. It's now like a whiter, warmer color. This is how you get to the top turret. That's the large turret, and there's the other lift on the port side that we looked at. So in the habitation area, there's 3 main ways you can go, right? We can go to the right. This is going to take us to the crew beds. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 beds here, which is a little odd because the max crew is supposed to be 6. So I guess the max crew is 7 once you count the captain. You've got a small window outside, which is very helpful. And then you have community restrooms. You've got male and female. All right, and you've got a shower toilet and a sink. Very Spartan, to be honest, and then a little changing room / locker room. Then you've got personal storage, which isn't accessible yet, but I'm sure will be in the future. All right, so on the other side, we have a mess. All right, you have your kitchen on this side. Everything is very stainless steel looking in here. You also have a nice view up top here. A lot of people don't realize this. Very helpful in maintaining sanity in deep spaces. Being able to see outside your ship a little bit. All right, then you have a nice communal picnic table style table here. And then just off of the mess, this is the captain's chambers. All right, so he's got an office here, apparently with a standing desk. He still has no chair. And I love the captain's bed. Look at this. How can you not love this? You should buy the ship alone just for this blanket. All right, he's got his own window outside. It's a little reflective right now. Player model does not reflect. And then you have a shower, toilet, and your own sink. So you got a private bathroom as well. I imagine this is supposed to be doors. I'm hoping it is. Need some doors here. Don't want to just take a massive space dump and then come out here and meet with your guests. Not great. All right, and then as we move on, we have this door here. All right, and that's that ladder that led down into that red area where it connected to the ladder that led down to the bridge level. All right, so pretty simple there. So we're going to head back down. Hopefully we don't die. We're going to check out that back gantry-way. Come on, go down. All right, we're going to try the ladder. Elevator doesn't want to work for us. No. Come on, get off of the ladder. Okay, got to run away from them. The ladders here are very sticky. Okay, so we've made it down 1 level. We want to go down 1 more level. So we're going to go down here. And I can see where it's a bit confusing, but if you play with this ship enough, you'll learn the interior pretty well. All right, so once again, the front of the ship is this direction. This is the rear of the ship. We're going to go out here. All right, and notice this is a airlock, or it should be. So it says caution. You want to make sure you're in a suit here before you head out. Sometimes this is glitchy, so let's hopefully it works. Okay, we're here. Now, there's 2 elevators, right? You can see they're just wide open right now. That leads to that room up above where I pointed to the 2 elevators that come down that had the 3 EVA suits. I guess the idea is you hop in your EVA suit, you come down the elevator, which acts as an airlock, and then you come out here to the gantry so you can operate your fuel cisterns. All right, so you can see a status of each one. Right now, those screens are non-functioning. And then you've got 2 angled ones here. Now, I imagine for the ship-to-ship refueling gameplay, you'll probably have to do something out here as well. Another cool thing is when you're in Quantum, you can come out here and stand, hopefully not fly off your ship, and get an awesome view of just everything that's going on. Apologize for the frame rate jutters. It is early alpha days still, 3.16 as of recording. We'll go inside. Notice you can see down into your cargo bay. And we'll head back to the bridge here, and I'll do a quick takeoff and show you the landing gear. Now, taking this thing off, I took off from Lorville. I had to use boost in addition to my vertical thrusters to even try to get off the ground. Oh, look at that sunset. All right, so we're going to turn our engines on. All right, let's try vertical thrusters only. Okay, this being a moon, there's not too much gravity we can take off. Let's hit a 4 here. Let's try to move our view a little bit so that we can see a little better. All right, and let's draw up those landing gears. Oh, it's not working. There we go. Well, it's kind of working. There they go, they glitched. All right, now they're coming back down. Glitched again. And going up, okay. That's about as smooth as I'm gonna get. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our lights. I don't know where they're shining from. They look like they're reflecting off the sides of the cockpit here. And then our guns. Will not. Oh, I'm in an armistice zone. That's why I can't shoot right now. Let's go up further. Let's go forward. All right, that's going to do it for the walk around and exterior walk around, interior walk around, and quick review of the MISC Starfarer. Stay tuned for my final thoughts. Final thoughts. At recording, the Starfarer is available for $300 US. The Starfarer can also be purchased in-game for 6.6 million Alpha UEC or rented for 133,000 Alpha UEC for 1 day. What I like about the Starfarer: the ship has a huge amount of unrealized versatility and value. That's due to the fact that refueling, gathering fuel, refining, and liquid transport mechanics are not yet implemented into the game. I think once even the most basic of these mechanics come online, the ship will truly begin to shine. There are a myriad of ways to make money in this ship, and it will pay for itself many times over if the planned mechanics make it into the game. My dislikes are, well, personally, I think the ship is ugly, and it has a convoluted layout. It flies like a dumpster full of cement, and the view from the bridge is criminal. The changes I would recommend: CIG has stated that they're going to give the Starfarer some love with the upcoming ship-to-ship refueling mechanics slated to come with Alpha 3.17. That being said, it's really the ladder that's on the way to the bridge that vexes me the most. Weapon storage should be added, and I believe it will be, and I understand they will never change the famous MISC mail slot cockpit view. Finally, I hope they tune the handling a bit. I know it's a liquid refueler, but unladen, it should handle just a bit better than if it was full of fuel. Do I recommend the Starfarer? If you're interested in a multi-crew support ship that can refine Quantanium, collect and refine hydrogen fuel, refuel other ships, transport cargo, can be a drop ship in a pinch, and has the ability to transport small vehicles, and you want to invest $300 into the game's development, then yes. This is an undervalued support ship that has a variety of uses and roles and should be a good credit earner. Any large fleet would be incomplete without a Starfarer. Alternatively, you can purchase it in-game for 6.6 million Alpha UEC. Also, for 40 more bucks, you should check out the military variant, the Starfarer Gemini, which adds heavy armor, an upgraded dual size 5 upper turret, and swaps out the nose fuel scoop for a missile pod. Hey everybody, Charlie902 here, and thanks for watching. If you enjoy my content, please consider a like, a comment, and/or a subscribe. Stay tuned for the next episode. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.